Nintendo. Nintendo.
Increase the power. Yahoo! You're all clear, kid! No! Don't give in to hate. That leads to the dark path. There's a meteorite hit the ground near here. It's not kind. Oh, thank goodness we're coming out of the asteroid field. The Force is with you. Now the blast at the site. Oh, so it should be the power generator. Go for the power regulator on the north tower.
The King of Iron Fist Tournament 5. All Phoenix, get ready for the next battle. Battle.